Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. I need you guys to smash that like button because today Durkee dropped new plugins and he sent these over to me and I want to thank Durkee for that. So the plugins are called BNO Plugins and we're going to be using it on the mix bus for this record here. So first we're going to start with the EQ and brighten this track up a little bit. We're going to wait for the drums to drop and see if we can boost the lows just a little bit. Maybe even the low mids. So the air definitely opens up the track. And now let's try some low mids. That pulls on the kick perfectly. So I like the pockets. It's a very smooth EQ. We can either amplify it or attenuate the signal, meaning cut it or boost it. I kind of like it at 500. It adds like a nice pocket in the sound. I'm going to loop just this part of the beat so I can hear the instruments. Here's before. Normally I don't like 500, but this made me like that frequency. Also like what it did to the kick at 120. It adds a nice dynamic to the kick. It's not like a simple EQ where it's just turning it up. It's doing something dynamically. So yeah, I don't know if that's a dynamic EQ, but it sounds like it. And let's run it into the bus. Again, I haven't used a lot of these plugins, so I don't know what everything does, but this is a bus compressor. Let's pull the attack up to 30 milliseconds. Let's turn the ratio to 4.1. I'm going to exaggerate so we can hear it. So this is gluing that center. Now let's pull back on it. So here's without the plugins. Here's width. Let's add some saturation now. So there's different types. Let's do tube saturation. Let's pull back the wet level. So I also like how they turn down the output as we turn up the saturation, so it's helping to match the levels here. Let's also mess with vintage. I think as we blended it in parallel, it's creating like a little phase effect, but that's pretty cool of an effect though. So vintage is adding like a filter over the harmonics. Let's try different saturation styles here. For this track I like Class A. It definitely helps that bass poke out. Let's just gain stage into this properly. So we're going to turn down the output. Actually, let's just add a little EQ. You could do parametric EQ too. Lifestyle did it show me this on the left side. Far left side is a fader for the input and output, or the output gain. So let's turn that down. So now we can control the amount going into the saturator. See what else we can find in here. So there's also a glue, I guess a compressor. These are very smooth plugins. he also has a clip plugin. Let's push into the clipper. Let's try soft clipping. Now if I turn off the saturator, now for this type of beat, I wouldn't double up saturation and clipping. I would pick either or just use the clipper just to shave off the top. So I'm going for the tone of the clipper here. I forgot we have soft clipper. Let's just remove that entirely. So here's without. Here's with. It's definitely shaping the curvature with those compressors. And normally do I do multi-compressors? Sometimes, it just depends. Let's try hard clipping. It's gonna treat the kick a little bit different. I like that saturation, let's bring it back. Here's before. Go to the bass and turn it down a little bit. Let's hear the whole beat now. Shout out to Durkee. Shout out to Durkee. Those are some dope plugins. There's even a keyboard. I want to see. There's a chorus plugin. Just gotta see where it is. Let's find this keyboard. All right, so here's this keyboard. I want to see what the chorus plugin sounds like on it real quick. And I saw an echo plugin. Let's add this to the keys. And let's also add the reverb. So there's a duck feature. So we can even drive the delay so it has more of a analog style. Let's go back to the chorus. I like the chorus just as is. See what it sounds like with 100%. Oh, there's even multi-voices for the chorus. That's dope. Let's slow the modulation down and widen it out. And here I would just pull back some of that drive. Let's add some reverb. That reverb's nice. Let's cut out the lows. Well, they're already cut. Good. Let's cut the highs. I think the sound itself is a little bitey. So let's just turn down the input. don't even know which track it is. I think it's this one. So I like just the default settings. You can also add saturation to the reverb. That's pretty unique. And there's a character knob. I assume a modulation, like a pitch modulation. Yeah, that reverb sounds dope. Let's see it in the mix. So again, here's without the effect. I'll turn it up a little bit. So we're listening to the E piano. Now let's add the effect. So that depth knob, I assume it's the depth knob on the reverb, is adding that nice pitch bend. And maybe some of the echo. It's a really nice sound. So I'm actually surprised. Shout out to BNO Plugins from Durkee. So I'll leave a link below to his website. Peace out, guys.